Okay.
And it's been 15, I think. And if you want to do the power play thing, you can do that.
Okay. The power play would just be on and change that.
Yes.
You can change that right now.
Yep. And then you're ready. And then you can hit share, and it'll share it to, you can share it to me if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
What's your number?
641-328-4195.
Okay.
Yep. And I'll share it to Crossbar.
Awesome. Mike? Where's the
Mute is right there.
Okay. All right, good evening, hockey fans. We are here in Albert Lea, snowy Albert Lea. Snowstorm buzzing through Iowa and Minnesota tonight. Ames Flyers Pee Wee Black team is facing off against the Mason City Mohawks here in Albert Lea. And the Albert Lea tournament, the Ames Flyers came away victorious against Litchfield earlier today, winning 6-2, I believe the final was. Now we are strapped up to face Mason City. Starting for your Flyers, we got Xander. Looks like McCoy up in the forward spot with Sorovi, Donovan, and Callan. And J-Mo Berry is your netminder. Flyers win the face-off and enter the zone, then lose it in the neutral zone. A little back-and-forth action here to start the game. Cannon's got it. He's redirecting here. He's going to shoot it up to Sorovi. Sorovi can't quite play it, and it goes over to Mason City. Familiar face there with Mason City. Patrick Eaton is playing D. Sorovi gets it at the logo. He enters the zone. Stick handles around a D. Loses it into the far corner. He gets to a first, then loses it to Mason City. They've got the puck. They're getting some momentum, but Xander came up and, oh no, that was Sorovi came up. Now it's Cannon over to Callan. Callan is going to chip it into the zone, and Mason City gets it out. Callan regroups in the neutral zone. And now Mason City has it. Patrick loses it at the red line, and now Callan steps up. She's got it, enters the zone. She's going to take a shot on net, and glove saved by the Mason City goalie. One shot on goal for your Ames Flyers. So now on the ice, we got Weedy, Mackey, Stickford, Lilowitz, and Borit at D. Face off back and forth. Weedy gets to the top of the circle and then loses it to Mason City here in the near boards. They enter the neutral zone. They've got some momentum, but then lose it. Mackey's got the logo. Now he enters the zone, stick handling, goes around to D. He's going to take a shot from the dot and off the goalie's mask. Mason City's got it, and they're going to outlet it out, but Lilowitz keeps it in. She's battling at the near boards, and they chip it down into the corner. Mackey's battling. Now the puck's come around the net. See if Borit can keep it in. She does. She shoots it back down to Stickford. Stickford gets pinned against the far boards. Weedy comes to help. Jaworski's now on the ice for Mackey. Puck still in the far corner. Battle in there. Weedy comes out with it. He's going to shoot out to the point to Lilowitz. Lilowitz going to take a shot and get blocked by the forward of Mason City. Puck comes out into the neutral zone, and now they enter the zone, and it's going to be offsides. Full line change for both teams. Well, almost. We got Jaworski, Dorman, Sievers with Donovan and Callan. Dorman taking the face off. Puck comes over to Mason City now at the logo. They go D-to-D pass. Mason City cross-ice pass. They enter the zone. Stick handle at the top of the circle. Pass Callan. Going to take a shot. Redirect. Loose puck. Now cleared by Donovan. Now Dorman. Mason City player loses an edge. Sievers got it. He cross-ice pass. Chip by Jaworski. Puck's going to bounce to the goal and be technically a shot on goal. Sorry I didn't start the clock there. There's 12:36 to go. Let me get that adjusted. Usually don't use the clock and stuff, so I got to get used to using that and starting and stopping. 0-0 game here early in the first. Jaworski battling in the far boards. He gets the puck, chips it down to Sievers. Sievers got Dorman in front of the net. Backhands it to Dorman. Can't quite connect, and the goalie's going to cover. Both teams are going to change their forwards. Mason City's going to change their whole. Everybody's going to change all 5. 10 new players on the ice, please. 12:23 to go. We got Noid, Sorovi, Nelson at your forward. Borit, Lilowitz at D. One back over to Lilowitz. Lilowitz takes a shot. Blocked by Mason City player. Mason City gets control. They enter the neutral zone. Noid's going to get to it first. He whiffs on a pass, and Borit gets it. She gets it out of the zone. Neutral ice puck. Mason City gets possession, then loses it. Sorovi, Nelson. Now Sorovi. Loose puck. Nelson's got it. Loose puck now, and Mason City sends it into the neutral zone. Flyers change out of D. Callan in for Borit. Lilowitz still out there. Mason City puck at the logo. Noid grabs it. He enters the zone. Goes around one player, loses it around the second one. Now Sarovi. Mason City gets possession. They're going to get out of the zone in the neutral zone. Donovan's got it now. He's winding around. Goes around one player. Goes around two players. He's got top of the circle. Stick handles around the third player. Tries to shoot top shelf and gets redirected. Now loose puck in front of the net. Nelson's got it. Nelson's going to take a shot. Gets blocked. Now Donovan takes a shot. Goes wide left. Nelson backhands it in front of the net. Sarovi's got it. He tries to wrap around. Can't play it. Now puck's loose behind the net. Nelson gets to it first. Nelson's centering pass gets taken away. Now Mason City's going to get to it at the far board. Good attempts by the Flyers. Donovan keeps it in. Bouncing puck there at the blue line, but Flyers are able to dump it down in the far corner. Now the puck wraps around to the near boards, and Callan is battling here at the near boards, and Mason City's can't quite get out of the zone, and Sarovi, or no, that's Noid, chips it back down in the near corner. Callan steps up again and pinches the puck in, and Noid's centering pass is stolen. Mason City's off to the races, but Donovan is back. He takes it away. Great play by Cannon. Cannon's got a lot of ice. He's got Weedy with him. It's 2-on-1. Cannon and Weedy. Over to Weedy. Weedy can't play the pass. Hits the brakes, backhands it. Can't quite do much. Loses it. Stickford now is on the ice. And Mackey. Puck comes out to Borit. Borit has it now in our zone. She passes it back to Cannon. Now up to Weedy. Weedy over to Stickford. Stickford enters the zone, kicks the puck down in the far corner, cycles it back to Weedy. Weedy tries to center pass to Mackey and can't quite connect. Now puck's loose there. Weedy's got it again. Near circle, takes a shot, goes wide right. Mackey gets to it first. He passes it back down in the corner to Weedy. Mason City is just going to be content to ice it. 9:31 to go, 32 to go. We're going to get a change for the Flyers. Dorman, Jaworski, Sievers with Lilowitz and Borit. Flyers are rolling 3 full lines at forwards and 2 lines at D this game. Dorman's taking the face off. Puck's won by Mason City. They're going to ram it around, try to get out of the zone. Lilowitz steps up and keeps it in. Puck's over to Jaworski. Jaworski and Lilowitz are battling near boards. Little shoving back and forth there. Working some secret handshakes. A lot of kids there at the boards. Dorman and 2 Mason City players are playing keep away out in the middle of the ice. Now puck comes loose. Mason City has it, and they're just going to chip it out of the zone, and it's going to be an ice. Oop. Didn't start the clock there. I'll let 30 seconds wind off here. 8:58 to go. Dorman takes the face off. Mason City gets it back into the far corner. They're going to shoot high off the glass. Donovan keeps it in. He dumps it down to Jaworski. Jaworski has it in the near corner. He, on his backhand, centering pass gets taken away by Mason City, and they're trying to rim it out. They get around Callan. Dorman's there at neutral ice. He takes it away. Evades a player. Tries to get some momentum. Gets pinched there at the far boards. Now Callan has it. Loses it. Now Dorman back checks. Mason City has it now at the top of the circle. They're going down by the goal line. Dorman's battling. Puck's there down by the goal line. Callan is now there. Now Donovan. Donovan has it up to Sievers. Can't quite connect. They try to dump it back down. They have it in the middle of the neutral zone. They're going to take a shot. Goes wide right. Donovan's going to get to it behind her net. Donovan outlets up to Jaworski. Jaworski tries to tip pass to Dorman. They can't quite connect. And they're going to get an offsides call. 7:57 to go in the first. Pretty sloppy game to start here. Nobody can really get much momentum or set up anything on offense. A lot of back and forth action. We got Noid, Sarovi, Nelson are your forwards. with Borit and Lilowitz at D. Puck comes back to Borit. Borit gets it out of the zone up to Noid. Noid has it at the middle ice. He goes around one player, chips it over to Sarovi. Xander went around the D, had a really nice shot opportunity there, and he went for the pass. Puck comes out. It's 3-on-1 here. Borit's back. She redirects the Mason City player to the far corner, and Noid comes in and takes it away. Great play by those two. Chip by Nelson out of the zone in the neutral zone. Sarovi forward check, and now Noid has it. Noid has it with some momentum. Goes around a player on the far dot. Center pass, and Sarovi. Sarovi takes a shot. Block, save by goalie for Mason City. Ames out shooting Mason City 5-0 right now. Loose puck behind the net. Sarovi and Noid both there. Wraparound shot attempt goes wide. Callan takes a shot. Block. Now Sarovi. Puck comes out to the far boards, and Callan keeps it in. Now Sarovi has it. Sarovi centering pass. Doesn't find a home. Nelson's back checking here, trying to get there. Donovan's back. Mason City enters the zone. They're going to take their first shot on net, and it's going to be a glove save by Barry. 6:51 to go in the first. 0-0 game. Shots on goal 5 Ames, 1 Mason City. We got Weedy, Mackey, Stickford, Callan, Donovan. Face off won by Weedy. Now Callan. Callan wraps around. She's got some space. She's going to carry the puck out of the zone. Passes it up to Mackey. Mackey runs into the Mason City D and loses control. Now neutral zone puck. Callan has it again. Callan over to Stickford into the zone. Can't quite connect. Donovan steps up. Chips it in. Loose puck. Now Donovan. Nope, met Stickford. Stickford has it behind the net now. He's wrapped around, centering pass. Can't find a home. Mason City has it, and they're going to chip it to the boards. Callan's going to try to keep it in. Does. Bouncing puck. Weedy shoots it down behind the net. Stickford gets to it first. Going to wrap around attempt. Goes wide. Lilowitz on now for Callan. Donovan keeps the puck in. Dumps it into the far corner. Seavers on for Mackey. Stickford forechecking. Now Seavers. Mason City's able to get it out of the zone. Donovan regroups now in our zone. Now he sends it back up in the neutral zone. He's got Jaworski and Seavers. Jaworski has it now on the near circle. Low dot, backhand shot attempt goes wide to the far boards. Mason City centering pass. Puck stays in. But now the puck's in the neutral zone. Dorman's on the ice now with Jaworski and Seavers. Jaworski's got it. He regroups. Goes around one player. Goes around two players. Enters the zone. Dorman's crashing the net. Takes a shot. Goes wide right. Lilowitz steps up and can't keep the puck in the zone. Borit's going to retreat and grab it. She's going to pass it over to Seavers. Now Dorman. Nope. Mason City has it. They take a weak shot attempt that goes wide left. Lilowitz is going to get to it first. She loses it on the far boards. Dorman comes in, sticks his stick in the middle of there. Redirects a shot attempt. Now Logan's there and Lilowitz. Mason City's going to shoot it back down in the near corner. Wraps around to Lilowitz. Has it in the far corner. She's going to try to get out of the zone. Shot attempt goes wide right from Mason City. Now Seavers gets to it. Seavers over to Dorman. Dorman's got some space. Dorman and Jaworski. Dorman enters the zone. Dorman's at the circle. Dorman's going to take a shot. It goes blocker save. And no rebound attempt there. Now loose puck at the near dot. Puck comes out of the zone to Donovan. Donovan's got it. We're going to get a change. Sarovi's on. Now Donovan enters the zone. Donovan around 1. Donovan around 2. Donovan 360 spin shot. Gets blocked by a defender. Mason City's got possession now. Donovan's got it in neutral zone. He stick handles. Sarovi now Noid on the ice with Nelson, Callan, and Donovan. Sarovi goes right down the crease, takes a shot, loose puck. Noid couldn't quite get to the rebound first. Now Mason City's got it. They cross ice pass, but good chip by Callan to redirect the puck in the neutral zone. Now Nelson's battling here in the near boards. Sarovi's got it with Noid, 2-on-2. Now 3-on-2. Back to Donovan. Donovan takes a shot. No, good block by the Mason City defender. Puck comes shot down. Now Noid. Then Sarovi. Goal. Caden Sarovi. So with 3:26 to go in the first period, you felt it coming. Flyers were having a lot of offensive zone pressure there. Flyers found a loose puck on Xander Noid's stick. Centering pass over to Sorovi and a nice redirect into the net for a goal. So assist Noid, goal Sorovi. 1-0, Ames Flyers. On the ice, you got Weedy, Mackey, Stickford, Lilwitz, and Borit. Weedy's got it top of the crease, has it poked away. Mason City skates around Borit now, but Stickford's back checking, and he gets it out with Borit. Mason City's got in the neutral zone. Weedy went for the poke away. Now Stickford, now Weedy, now Mason City, neutral ice, back and forth. Harley kicked it forward. Mackey gets it. Mackey goes around one player. He's battling amongst three Mason City players. Mackey has it in the near corner. He turns and passes it. Stickford loses his stick. We got Donovan and Callan back. Callan steps up and pushes the puck off the stick, and now Donovan has the puck. He's going to get some momentum behind her net. Goes around one player. He's looking up the ice. Goes around two players. Enters the zone. Goes around another player. Loses it finally, and puck goes behind the net. I think that's Dorman. Dorman now has it. He wraps around. He goes around one player. Now evades another one. He's down below the goal line. He's going back and forth with the puck. Mason City players trying to take it away, but he's still holding possession. Puck comes around now to Jaworski. Jaworski's going to take a shot. Stick saved by Mason City goalie. Dorman's now back checking. Mason City has it. They enter the zone. There you go. Centering pass, chip. Dorman's got it now. See what him and Jaworski want to do with it. 2-on-3. He's going to enter the zone. Goes around one and shoots way wide right. Jaworski gets to it at the far boards. Chips it into the corner. Now puck comes around. Raleigh is going to battle here in the near corner. He's going to help a player meet the glass. No penalty call there. Puck gets out of the zone by Mason City, and they're going to have it taken away by Callan. Nope, that's Borit. Harley's got it. She enters the neutral zone and chips it up, but then loses it. Mason City has it. They enter the zone. They're going to take a shot. Goes high into the near corner here. Puck comes top of the crease. Blocker saved by Barry. Flyers being a little lazy on defense here. Now Noid has it. Noid enters the zone. 1-on-2. Xander now has it poked away, but then Jaworski comes up with it. He's got it in the near boards now. Jaworski circles around, top of the crease. Now far circle. Now dot. Shot. Couldn't quite hit Sorovi back door there. Mason City has possession, then loses it. Now they get it again. They enter the neutral zone. Donovan's going to take the puck away, though, and he's got possession. Regroups in his zone. Passes it up to Sorovi, but can't quite connect. Mason City now neutral ice. Caught Ames in a change. Donovan's able to recover and take it away eventually. Chips it up to Nelson. Nelson chips it around. Now you got Sorovi, Noid, all forechecking hard, but Mason City is able to get to it first. Donovan is battling here in neutral ice, and now Sorovi. Now Mason City, they're going to chip it in. That's going to be the end of the first period. Ames Flyers 1-0. right, we're coming back for period 2. Hockey here in Albert Lee. Got the Ames Flyers Pee Wee Black team playing Mason City. Ames is up 1-0. After 1, we are out shooting Mason City 9-3. And those 3 shot attempts were not very good ones. So Ames is playing really well on the offensive side. We just don't have the score to show it yet. Their goalies are going to flip sides. And we're going to start this period with the same line that started the game. Nelson, Noyd, and Sorovi with Callan and Donovan at D. Puck drop. Loose puck, neutral zone. Mason City comes away with it. They enter the zone. Donovan's there at the top of the circle. He's going to take a shot. Goes wide left. Mason City gets to it first. They try to chip it up to the point. And they're going to chip it back down into the boards. And Donovan gets it behind our net. Loose puck now off of a redirect. Mason City has it below the far circle, now top of the circle. They stick handle and lose it into the neutral zone. Sorovi's forecheck and see if he can cause a turnover. And Donovan takes it away and has to wait for everybody to touch up. Puck enters the zone, and now Mason City has it. They enter the neutral zone, now our zone. Puck shot into the far boards, and a shot that goes wide right. Now back out of the zone. They called that a shot on goal. And Mason City shoots it at their bench. So puck out of play. We're going to get a change. Looks like Weedy, Stickford, and Mackey will come on the ice at forwards with Lilowitz and Borit at D. 14:09 to go in the second period. Weedy's taking the face-off. Jared wins it over to Stickford, and then they lose control in the neutral zone. Puck's shot up by Mason City. Puck's just sitting at the dot. Comes back out to Borit. Borit over to Mackey. Mackey has the puck, enters the zone. Takes a shot attempt that goes wide left. Stickford gets to it first, and he dumps it down into the far corner. Puck comes back around. Stickford gets to it first and battling there with Mason City players. Puck comes out to Weedy, has it at the circle, now bottom of the circle, now corner, centering pass to Mackey, bouncing puck. Mackey's battling in the near corner here. Stickford comes to help. Borit steps up to try to keep the puck in, and does, but then Mason City shoots it out. They're going to call a chip, so no icing. Lilowitz has it. She wheels around, chips it up to Jaworski. Jaworski, pass and touchback pass. Oh, good touch pass work there, just couldn't quite connect. Now Severs has it, far corner, takes a shot. Loose puck, Severs has it, backhand shot attempt, gets redirected, and Mason City's just going to ice it. Shots on goal 4-11 in favor of the Flyers. Let's see if we can't find the back of the net here with one. We got Callan, Donovan, Dorman, Jaworski, and Severs. Dorman's taking the face-off here in our zone. He wins it back to Callan. Callan over to Severs. Severs fans on the dump entry pass. Now Dorman's got it. Dorman's battling here in the far corner. Down to his knees. Backhand pass to Jaworski. Can't quite connect. Callan steps way up. Keeps it in the zone, and now it shoots out. Mason City gets to it first, and then Donovan has it. He's going to regroup in our D zone. He gets it up to Jaworski, and then chips it in. Jaworski and Dorman are forechecking. Jaworski's going for it, but then they chip it out to their forward. Now they get out of the zone. Donovan is there. He's going to take it away. Now Donovan's got it. Let's see if we can't regroup and get some momentum. We pass over to Jaworski. Jaworski's got Severs with him. Jaworski enters the zone. He's going to take a shot and glove save. Would like to have seen Poland shoot that one on the ice. He had 2 guys crash in the net. And could have had a garbage rebound attempt. But he tried to go top shelf, and good glove save. So here we are. 11:52 to go. And the second period. Puck's won back, and then Mason City pokes it away. Lilowitz gets to it first. Lilowitz has it. Mason City's battling near in the near boards, now near corner. They're going to try to do a cross pass, centering pass, but it's redirected by JMO. Nelson's got it in neutral zone. He enters the zone now. Now he goes around one player. He's going to take a shot. Loose puck. Oh, nobody was there to get the rebound attempt. Puck now wheels around the glass. Let's see if Nelson can get to it here on the near boards. Lilowitz steps up and wasn't able to keep it in. Harley re-examines the setup and chips it into the zone. Noid and Sorovi can't quite connect on it. Boritz battling in the neutral zone now to the D zone. Loose puck. Mason City comes out with it and shoots it down to Lilowitz. Lilowitz has it, backhands it to Sorovi. Sorovi's centering pass to Noid. Noid's got Nelson with him. Noid enters the zone. Noid now loses it in the near corner. Mason City gets control. They chip it up. Donovan's able to keep it in. He chips it down and around. Then Noid and Donovan kind of got in each other's way there. Now Nelson gets to it. He's going to wrap it back around. Donovan keeps it in. He's battling in the far boards, and Mason City takes it away. They're going to wrap it around here to Callan. Callan steps up. And now Noid. Now Nelson. Now Noid. Noid's got it. Still got it. Real sloppy game tonight. We're going to try to get a change while Donovan gets the puck now in RD zone and regroups. He passes it up to Stickford. Stickford has it, enters the zone, takes a weak shot attempt, bouncing puck, loose puck, and cover. 9:40 to go. I got to run the clock a little bit. I'm behind. So there is 9:38 to go in the second period. We got Lilowitz, Borit at D with Stickford, Weedy, and Mackey. Weedy taking the face off. Mason City wins it. They wrap it around. Lilowitz tries to keep it in and does. Stickford has it now. Chips it over to Mackey. Mackey has it. Takes a weak shot attempt. Now Stickford takes a shot. Goes wide right. Mackey loses an edge as he's going for the puck, but then still gets to it. Centering pass to Weedy. Weedy's got it now below the goal line. Passes it to Stickford. Can't quite connect. Lilowitz steps way up. Now Borit's back, and they got 3-on-1. Borit's way to skate back. Good job by Harley to redirect that 3-on-1 attempt. Then you get one shot attempt that goes wide right. Puck still behind the net. Stickford's battling there on the far boards. It comes out to the point. They're going to dump it back into the far corner. Puck's behind the net. Mason City's got possession. Ames just going to watch them stick handle. And then they go try to take it away. And puck shot across the ice to the near boards. Mackey centers it. Weedy can't quite play it, but then now Lilowitz has it. Lilowitz is going to chip it in, and I think that's going to be an ice. Flyers are going to get a change. We got Dorman, Donovan, Sievers, Jaworski, Callan. And that's all five of them. 8:29 to go in the second period. 1-0 Flyers. Doing a lot of work. Don't have a lot of quality shots on goal. Dorman takes the face off. They're tied up at the dot. Donovan comes in, but Mason City has it. Donovan loses an edge behind the net. Mason City takes a shot and glove save. Oh, nope. Stick save by Barry. Outlet pass intercepted by Mason City. But Donovan's able to come take away. Then Mason City has possession. They're taking a shot that gets saved by Barry. Puck now controlled by Mason City in the near corner. Puck comes out. Dorman's got it behind the net. He's going to wrap it around to Jaworski. Bouncing puck. Man, the puck caught something. They center it. Loose puck now goes behind the net, and Donovan's going to try to chip it out of the zone and can't. Blocker saved by Barry on a shot attempt on the ice. Comes to the near boards. Puck's controlled by Sievers. Sievers has Dorman with him and Jaworski. Sievers enters the zone. Pass, really hard sauce pass to Jaworski. Now to near corner. And Mason City's just going to get it out. Goes all the way back down the ice. Loose puck, battled there by Dorman and Donovan. Dorman's got it, and he tries to chip it out. Can't. Still loose behind the net. A couple Flyers battling. Dorman comes away with it. He chips it over to Jaworski. Jaworski has it. Jaworski over to Dorman. Dorman's got some space. Dorman chips it over to Sievers. Sievers backhand. Can't quite control it. Centering pass. Dorman's there, and they're going to have a cover. 6:37 to go in the second period. Really slow game here. A lot of really sloppy game. Not a lot of good hockey action happening here. 6:35 and counting. Bort has it. She passes over to Lilowitz, who tries to pass it back over to Nelson. Nelson gets to it in the near boards. Nelson loses it, but is able to keep it in. He chips it up to Noid. Now over to Sorovi. Sorovi takes a shot. Loose puck. Noid has it behind the net. Then loses it. Mason City has it. They get it out of the zone. Noid's back checking and gets the puck to Borit. Borit regroups. She chips it out of the zone. We got Nelson. Oh, puck. Looks like it caught a player on the bench. Six minutes to go in the second period. We got Noid, Noid, Sorovi, Nelson. Loose puck in front of the net. Good save by Barry. Now Noid has it. Noid up to Sorovi. They can't quite connect. Puck enters the zone. Now back in the neutral zone. Noid now enters the zone, but can't quite lose it. Man, this is a sloppy game. Just the puck's fumbling around everywhere. Nobody can really get control of it. Mason City has it. Now they're back into the neutral zone. Lilowitz and Callan are back checking. Loose puck now. Nelson comes and takes it away. He's got it now. He centers it over to Lilowitz. Lilowitz can't quite play it. Now back over to Nelson. Nelson has it. He's looking across ice to Weedy, who chips it in. Now Weedy's chasing with the Mason City player. Mason City has it. They're coming out of the zone. They have some momentum. Weedy's back checking. They're going to take a shot that goes wide right. Man, I think that's Mackey has it. Now he enters the neutral zone. He skates it up to Weedy. Weedy enters the zone. Weedy's going to take a shot. Rebound by Stickford. Shoots it back down in the neutral zone. Or behind the net. Donovan steps up. He has it now. Puck's down behind our net. Mason City gets control. They skate it in. Callan swats it down with her hand. Donovan skates back and takes it away. Now Stickford has it. Stickford enters the zone. Everett crosses ice. Takes a shot. Save. Takes another shot. Neutral zone. Oh. So good job by Everett. There you get a couple shot attempts. 4:05 to go in the second period. We got 20 shots on goal. We got Dorman, Jaworski, Sievers with Callan and Donovan. Puck's won by Mason City behind the net. They're going to try to get it out of the zone, but Ames is able to keep it in. Now Sievers has it. Sievers goes around one player, around two, backhands it high, and nobody's back home. Dorman and Jaworski watch it. Shot by Jaworski off a Mason City player. And Mason City's able to just kick it out of the zone. Donovan's going to get to it and regroup. He gets some momentum. Let's see if he enters the zone. Goes around one player. Shot. Loose. Puck's loose. Puck was loose. Didn't get a good bounce there on a rebound opportunity. Flyers going to change the D out. We're going to put Lilwitz and Board in. Stick with the same forwards. Dorman, Jaworski, Sievers. Dorman's taking the face off here. Wins it over to Sievers. Sievers down into the corner. Centering pass, can't quite connect. Jaworski gets to it first. Jaworski back down in the corner. Dorman's going to get to it, it looks like. But then he loses it. Mason City's going to just get it out of the zone. But then they lose it at neutral zone. But then it comes into our zone. Sievers is challenging. The puck bounces out into Jaworski and Borit at center ice. Mason City has it. They're going to just chip it into the far corner. Lilwitz is going to get to it first. She's got it. Loses it. Got it. Mason City's got it. And then we take it away. Jaworski's centering pass to Mason City at the logo. And they're just going to dump it and chase. Lilwitz is going to get to it first. She cycles it back to Mason City, who has it below the goal line and loses it to Jaworski. Now Lilwitz has it. Blows an edge. Uh-oh. And Mason City shoots it up off the left side of Barry. They're going to take a bouncing puck, shot, and goal. Oh, my God. Unreal. Not going to lie, our team looks like they are very not interested in playing hockey right now. Very sloppy action, turnovers, and that player shot it 20 feet up in the air and it was bouncing puck, and then nobody wanted to fight for the rebound, and Mason City scored. So it is 1-1 late in the second period. We've outshot Mason City 21-11. Noid, Nelson, and Sorovi. Callan enters the zone. Now Noid. Noid takes a shot. A loose puck, covered. And I don't know if Ames came into this thinking they were just going to walk all over Mason City, but that is not the case. Noid over to Nelson. Shot high. Sorovi gets to it. Sorovi has it. He centers it over to Nelson. Nelson can't quite play the pass. Callan keeps it in. Callan below the circle takes a shot, goes way high. Sorovi's going to get to it. Now Donovan. Donovan skates it down behind the goal line. We got 3 Flyers below the goal line. Now Sorovi at the break takes a shot. Gets redirected behind the net. Nelson has it. Nelson centering pass. Mason City has it. Mason City can't quite get it out of the zone. Sorovi has it now. Now Nelson. Bouncing puck. Sorovi takes a shot. Goes across the crease. Now Donovan has it. He passes, can't quite connect to Noid. Pass in neutral ice. Now Noid. Man, we just can't get any momentum. Donovan's got it now. He gets it taken away. Now it's a 2-on-1 breakout for Mason City. They hesitate. They take a shot. Oh, good play. Block save by Donovan. Donovan over to Mackey. Now Mackey tries to get it up to Weedy. Can't. Mason City gets possession. They center it, and they're just home alone. Good effort by Donovan to back check and poke it away. Wow, I thought that was a one-on-0. Shot attempt by Mason City gets blocker saved by Barry. Barry bailed it out the D there. Flyers are in trouble. Puck gets out of the zone. Mason City regroups center ice. Has it taken away by Stickford. Now loose puck. Stickford Mackey battling for it, but now Mason City has it. Boy, they had a chance there if they just skated it, but they chip it out to is all the way down the ice. And we're going to go to the third period. That was a very sloppy second period. The Ames Flyers are tied 1-1. We'll be back for the third. we're back for the third. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's see who wants to win this one. Noid, Nelson, Sorovi with Donovan and Callan. Jamison Berry's in net. He's blocked 12 of the 13 shot attempts. Noid's taking the face off. Puck's one back to Donovan. Donovan has it. He enters, crosses the mid-ice, and then loses it at the blue line. Puck comes out to Callan, who has it taken away. Now we got a breakaway attempt. And big save by Jamison Berry. Wow. Jamo coming up huge for the Flyers. Puck comes all the way back down the ice. Mason City has it, and they almost have another breakaway opportunity, and they do. But Donovan's able to get a stick in the way. Another time Donovan got a stick in the way. Goodness gracious. Now puck comes out to the middle neutral zone. Sorovi has it. Sorovi enters, takes a shot off of the back of Xander's leg. Puck comes over to Nelson. Nelson can't play it on the far boards. Mason City centers it to Lilowitz, takes away. She just shoots it off of a Mason City player. They get possession. They enter the neutral zone. Borit's the only one back. Borit gets to it. Mason City just takes the puck away. Now Nelson has it. Nelson passes it across the ice, and Mason City keeps it in the zone. Puck here in the near boards. Battle here. Sorovi shoots it across to Nelson. Nelson over to Noid, and they can't quite connect. Now puck's just going to shoot all the way back down to here, and it looks like Mason City's going to get to it first. Centering pass, goodness gracious. Mason City's going to take a shot. And it's cleared. Sievers. What are we doing? This is some of the sloppiest stuff. Holy moly. Puck shot out here to Sievers. He gets it. Now Dorman. Dorman up to Jaworski. Jaworski's by himself. And Jaworski scores. Worked out there. Dorman able to see Jaworski breaking away and takes the 2-1 lead. But man, we were sloppy. I don't know what Raleigh was doing. He stuck the stick between his legs to try to play the puck and fell down. Puck spinning all around. Nobody can play it, and we were able to finally get it out. Take the 2-1 lead. Let's see. Hopefully we can build on this and get some energy. Weedy's got it now. Weedy enters the zone. Weedy over to Mackey. Mackey takes a shot, goes wide right. Now Weedy. Weedy shoots it up to Stickford. Stickford has it now in the far corner. Stickford goes around the net. Stickford has it on his backhand. Centering pass to Callan. Loose puck. Oh, almost went in. The goalie saved that with his stick. Flyers are playing a little more urgency here. So the goal by Jaworski looked like to give us a little bit of life. Puck comes out to Weedy in the neutral zone. He holds up for everybody to touch up. They do, and they dump it back in. Oh. Puck's able to stay in at the blue line with Stickford and Weedy battling. 11:50 to go. Donovan's got it, and he's back out to Weedy. Weedy up to Stickford. Stickford goes around 1D. He's got Nelson with him. Stickford backhand, but good save by the defender of Mason City. Nelson has it. Centering pass. Can't find its home. Callan steps up. Sorovi's on the ice for Stickford. Sorovi has it in neutral zone, and Mason City gets possession. There you have it in the top of the circle now. They go around 1, round 2, and glove saved by Barry. This game's a lot closer than it should be. Noid, Sorovi, Nelson, Borit, Lilowitz. Face-off is won by scrum players, and Borit's able to come chip it out, and then now Mason City's centering pass. Loose puck, chipped away by Lilowitz. Now Sorovi. Drover can't connect to Noid. Noid to Nelson. Nelson not a Noid. Noid loses it as he enters the zone, and Mason City chips it out. But Nelson's able to get it in, and that's going to be an offsides call. Flyers going to get a change. We got Jaworski, Dorman, Sievers coming on for the forwards. They're going to leave the D with Lilowitz and Borit. 10:50 to go. Puck's one over to Borit. Borit up to Jaworski. Jaworski enters the zone with Dorman and Sievers. Jaworski takes a hard shot and glove save. Good shot by Poland there at the top of the circle, but just a good glove save by the goalie. We'll have a face-off on the far circle. Puck's one behind the net. Looks like Jaworski's going to get to it first. He regroups, goes around the circle and down the top, takes a shot, loose puck. Comes over to Borit now. Borit's going to dump it back down to Sievers. Sievers takes a shot. Loose puck. Nobody can get to it. Mason City's going to try to clear it out. Now Poland wraps it around the Sievers. Sievers steps up and tries to keep it in. He can't quite do it. Lilowitz keeps it in. She chips it down. Bouncing puck comes out of the zone. They pass it over to Dorman. Dorman loses it here on the near boards. Mason City has it behind our goal line. Good play by Lilowitz to take the puck away. Now it comes over to Sievers. See if Sievers can chip it out. He chips it up to Dorman. Dorman's got Jaworski with him on the far side. Gets possession. And gets taken off the skates. And now Donovan stepped up. He's going to take a shot behind the net. Jaworski's battling. Now Mason City gets possession. They exit the zone. They enter the go-around Callan. Donovan's back, 2-on-1. Donovan's going to take the shot away and then tips the pass. Great play by Cannon. Cannon gets possession now. He chips it up to Dorman. Dorman's got it. Dorman up to Jaworski. Jaworski enters the zone, takes a shot. Puck comes out. Now Wheaty's on the ice. Shot by Callan. Good hard shot by Callan. Gets redirected off the glass. Mason City's going to rim it around to Callan again. Callan's got it. She takes a shot, but they're able to take it away. And they try to get it out of the zone, but Stickford's able to step up and keep it in. Now Wheaty. Wheaty over to Donovan. Donovan's going to take a shot on the ice, and blocker save right back at him. But puck comes out, and it looks like Lilowitz steps up and takes it away. And we chip it into the zone. Mason City's going to regroup. And they try to outlet it out, but Borit's going to be able to get it in neutral zone. See what Harley wants to do with it. Borit up to Stickford. Stickford's got Wheaty. Stickford to Wheaty. Wheaty's at the top of the circle, hits the brakes. Wheaty's looking to do something. Tries to pass to stepping up to Lilowitz. They can't quite connect. Now puck shot over to Mason City. They pass it up. They stretch past. Borit now back over to Mason City. Mason City's going to take a shot and off the post. Whew. We got saved there. 7:37 to go in the game. Mason City enters the zone. They're going to take a shot. Barry can't quite corral the block, the save, but then does. Now Mason City takes another shot, goes wide left. Noid's going to get to it first. Noid stretch pass and misses the target, and we're going to have an ice, it looks like. 7:15 to go in the third period. Flyers have 30 shots on goal and 2 goals. So we got a lot of shot attempts. Just haven't found the back of the net a whole lot. We got Noid, Sarovi, Donovan, Callan, and Nelson. Puck's one over to Callan. Callan over to Nelson. Nelson has it. Loses it. Mason City's got to touch up. Now they enter the zone. McCoy's going to get to it first. He's got it now behind the net. He's going to chip it off the boards. Donovan up to Sorovi. Sorovi to Noid. Noid lost his edge. And now Mason City's trying to enter the zone, but McCoy's being pesky. And we chip it out. It's out of play. We're going to get a line change. So Dorman, Sievers, and Jaworski with 6:40 to go in the third period. Score 2-1, Ames Flyers. Dorman taking the face-off. Lilowitz and Board at D. Pucks one back to Sievers, then to Mason City. Mason City, good stick by Kalowitz, Board, and Mason City scores, make it 2-2. Unreal. That player just wanted it more than the Flyers on that one. Same line. 2-2. Pucks one over to Jaworski. Jaworski enters the zone. He's got Dorman and Sievers with him. He goes around a player. Takes a shot on the ice. Loose puck. Shipped over to Borit. Borit now to Dorman. Dorman over to Jaworski. Jaworski shot. Can't quite find its home. Jaworski has it now. He fans on a shot attempt. Has it taken away by Mason City. And puck's going to come all the way down. They did not call on ice. Borit has it. Borit up to Jaworski. Chip pass to Sievers. Sievers now enters the zone. Sievers going to take a shot. Goes wide left. Dorman backhand goes behind the net. Loose puck now comes over to Donovan. Donovan gets it at the top of the circle. He steps up and circles it down to Jaworski. Jaworski has it in front of the net. That has it taken away. Sievers keeps it in. Now Donovan has it. Donovan's going to take a shot and scores. That's a big time. That's a big time play by Cannon. 5:18 to go in the third period. Dorman ran a little screen there in front of the goalie, created an opening, and Cannon was able to bury it top shelf, make it 3-2 Ames Flyers. Hopefully we can play some D and get out of this game with a win. We got Weedy, Mackey, Stickford with Donovan and Callan. I think Donovan enters the zone. He's got it now. Backhand shot attempt, saved by Mason City's defender, and Mason City's just going to try to ice it. It's not going to get there. Callan gets it. Callan has it poked away. Now Weedy. Now Callan. Callan over to Mackey. Mackey loses it to the far boards, and Mason City's going to dump it in. Donovan's going to get to it. 4:42 to go in the game. Donovan up to Stickford, but Mason City takes it away. J-Mo sends it over to the near boards. Now puck comes around to Donovan. Mason City has the top of the circle. Shot goes wide left. A lot of tired legs out there right now. Puck comes over now, back to Donovan. Donovan pass attempt to Stickford. Goes wide. Stickford's chasing. He's battling for it. He gets to it. Oh! Puck's loose in front of the net. Still loose. Mason City comes out with it. Another goal would be huge right now. Lillard steps up, tries to get a backdoor pass to Stickford. Can't quite connect. Sorovi's on the ice now. Borit chips it up. Falls on it. Now Sorovi has it. It has it taken away. Now Nelson has it. Nelson chips it into the zone. Sorovi keeps it in. It finds Noid. Noid's going to take a shot. Oh, goalie came way out on that one and ate up Xander's shot. Puck now to find the Sorovi. Sorovi takes a shot and glove save. 3:26 to go in the game. 3:24 to go in the game. With your Ames Flyers up 1. 3-2. They're going to stick with this line. Nelson, Noid, Sorovi with Borit Lilowitz. Puck's won by Mason City. They enter the neutral zone, but Lilowitz is able to come chip it over. Noid, now Borit. Borit's chasing. Borit has it. Borit tries to get it out of the zone. Sorovi comes and falls on it. And then it chips around to Lilowitz. Lilowitz tries to get it out. Sorovi has it now. They chip it back in. That should have been offsides. How's that not offsides? Borit has it. She chips it up off the boards. To Sorovi out of the zone. Now to Noid. We got 2-on-1. Noid and Nelson. Noid's going to take a shot. Goes high. That should be offside. They didn't call that. Donovan's chasing in the far corner. Has it taken away. Puck's loose now at below the circle. Puck's still loose. Donovan's doing a great job battling for it. Noid has it. Noid gets out of the zone to Sorovi. 2:19 to go. Sorovi enters the zone over to Nelson. Nelson back over to Sorovi. Sorovi off the crossbar. Still loose. Ooh, bouncing puck action. I'm not for sure what they're going to call. I think the puck's off. 2:08 to go in the game. And we got a stoppage here. A couple players crashed into the net. Sorovi had a good shot there. Went off the crossbar. Okay, we got Dorman, Jaworski, and Sievers. Oh, Mason City's calling a timeout. We'll be back here in just a second. It's 3-2 Ames Flyers. All right, timeout over. Ames Flyers are up 3-2 with a 2:08 left to go in the game. We've outshot Mason City 35-18. Dorman, Sievers, Jaworski are your forwards with Lilowitz and Borit at D. Dorman's taking the face-off here in the Mason City zone. He wins it forward. Mason City's going to rim it around. Lilowitz is chasing. Mason City gets possession. And they're going to send it into the corner. We don't have anybody in front of the net. And Dorman comes and chips it out. And he's going to try to get out of the zone. Jaworski gets it out of the zone. Mason City's pulled their goalie. 1:44 to go in the game. Mason City dumps it in. Borit's got it. Borit tries to get it over to Jaworski. Loose puck. Sievers has it. Sievers to Jaworski. Jaworski takes a shot and scores on the empty netter. And that'll be the game. 1:30 to go in the game. Well, I guess not technically the game, but that'll be Poland's second goal of the game. I've got to run my clock to 1:30. Makes it 4-2. Weedy, Mackey, Stickford, Donovan, Callan are on the ice. Puck's won by Mason City. Callan gets to it and chips it over to Weedy to Stickford. Now to Mason City's got possession in the neutral zone. They chip it down to behind the net. They got possession. They're taking a weak shot attempt. Mackey's got it. Mackey up to Stickford, but out of the zone. Couldn't quite play it. It enters the zone, back off sides. 1:03 to go in the game. We're going to stick with the same line. Weedy's taking the face-off. Mason City enters. Gets redirected. Weedy's got it. Chips it up to Stickford. Stickford's off to the races. Has it taken away. Mason City gets possession. Now Weedy. Pucks over to Stickford. Stickford has it. Goes to the far boards. Bumps into a couple players. Callan steps up and chips it down to the far corner. 40 seconds to go. Mackey's changing off. Sharovi comes on with Donovan. 2-on-2 rush here by Mason City. They're going to take a shot. They get redirected by Donovan. Good play by Cannon. Cannon up to Nelson. Nelson has Noid with him, and they run into each other at the blue line. And we got 20.4 left here in the game. We got Nelson, Noid, and Sarovi with Donovan and Callan. Puck's won by Noid. Noid has it. He enters the zone. Backhand shot. Oh, good play. Callan takes a shot now. High shot blocked. Mason City gets possession. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Dive attempt by Noid to redirect it. Donovan takes it away. And that will be your game. Ames Flyers win a little bit of a sloppy game here late at night. Second game of the day, last game of the tournament here. Tomorrow we will play Albert Lee twice. We'll play them in pool play at 8 a.m. And I believe we were both 2-0, so we will play each other again for the championship at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So get some rest, watch some football, and be safe on the snowy roads out there. We'll talk to everybody later.